Gabby Thomas has always been a character who prefers control. For years in Emmerdale, she has built an image of someone who refuses to let life dictate her choices. Whether in business, relationships, or family matters, Gabby typically positions herself as the person making the decisions rather than reacting to them. But recent events suggest that confidence may be masking something far more fragile. The turning point appears deceptively small. Ross Barton's rejection should, on the surface, be little more than an awkward misunderstanding. Ross flirted with Gabby for a practical reason, hoping to persuade her to help Sam Dingle improve his dancing skills. Gabby interpreted the attention differently and believed there was genuine romantic interest. When she finally made her feelings clear, Ross rejected her. For many people, such an experience would be embarrassing and quickly forgotten. For Gabby, however, the rejection lands at a particularly vulnerable moment. Only months earlier, her engagement to Vinnie Dingle collapsed after he discovered he was gay. That revelation forced Gabby to confront painful questions about herself, her relationships, and her future. While Vinnie appears to be moving forward with his life, Gabby is left dealing with another emotional setback. According to actress Rosie Bentham, that contrast becomes crucial. Watching Vinnie seemingly thrive after their separation while she suffers another rejection pushes Gabby toward a dangerous conclusion. Rather than seeking comfort from others, she begins convincing herself that complete self-reliance is the answer, and that mindset may become the catalyst for an even larger problem. What makes this storyline particularly unsettling is that Emmerdale is not introducing a completely new struggle. The show has already established patterns in Gabby's behavior. Viewers may remember her obsessive tendencies during her relationship with Nikki. More recently, she experienced a serious battle with body dysmorphia while preparing for her engagement party with Vinnie. That storyline ended with Gabby being hospitalized. Because of that history, recent scenes carry far greater significance than they might initially appear to. What could seem like harmless lifestyle choices begin to look more like warning signs when viewed through the lens of her past experiences. The concern is not necessarily what Gabby is doing. It is why she is doing it. The first clues arrive quietly during the dance classes. There is no dramatic confrontation, no emotional breakdown. Instead, viewers witness a series of seemingly ordinary decisions. Gabby declines chocolates offered by her friends. She chooses a protein bar instead. She skips cocktails and drinks ice water. Individually, none of these actions are alarming. In fact, many would describe them as healthy choices. But stories involving disordered eating often begin in precisely this way. The behaviors themselves are not always the issue. The underlying motivation becomes the critical factor. When health transforms from a positive goal into a method of regaining emotional control, the line between self-improvement and obsession can become dangerously blurred. And soon, Gabby finds a new outlet for that desire for control. Her attention shifts toward the hide. Determined to reinvent part of the business, Gabby introduces healthier menu options. The changes prove successful. Customers respond positively, and the praise begins pouring in. For someone recovering from emotional rejection, that approval becomes incredibly powerful. Suddenly, Gabby has found an area of life where effort produces immediate validation. Unlike relationships where outcomes remain unpredictable, health and fitness appear measurable. They offer structure. They provide goals. They create the illusion that every result can be controlled through discipline. Rosie Bentham has suggested that this is exactly where the story becomes more complicated. Investing in health is generally considered positive. Society often celebrates discipline, fitness, and nutritional awareness. Yet the actress raises an important question. At what point does a healthy focus become an unhealthy obsession? The answer may be emerging sooner than anyone realizes. After receiving enthusiastic feedback for her menu changes, Gabby begins spending more time online. This development represents another significant shift in the storyline. Modern social media platforms are filled with health advice, fitness influencers, and nutrition content. While much of that information can be useful, there is also a darker side. Algorithms often reward increasingly extreme content, gradually pushing vulnerable users toward more rigid and harmful ideas about food, weight, and body image. The danger is not that Gabby suddenly encounters one shocking piece of content. The danger is the gradual progression. One video becomes another. One recommendation leads to the next. Over time, what begins as an interest in wellness can evolve into a constant stream of messages promoting unrealistic standards and obsessive behavior. For a character already struggling with self-worth and emotional rejection, that environment could prove particularly damaging. And perhaps the most troubling aspect of the story is that Gabby is unlikely to ask for help. People experiencing these struggles often become skilled at hiding them. Weight loss may be interpreted as dedication. Strict eating habits can be mistaken for discipline. Friends and family frequently overlook early warning signs because the behaviors initially appear responsible rather than harmful. Emmerdale seems poised to explore exactly that reality. The clues are present, but they remain subtle. The changes are visible, yet they are easy to explain away. Gabby herself may genuinely believe she is making positive improvements rather than slipping into dangerous territory. That creates a growing sense of unease around every decision she makes, because viewers already know where this road has led before. The question is no longer whether Gabby is searching for control after Ross Barton's rejection. The evidence suggests she is. The real question is whether anyone around her will recognize the warning signs before that search for control develops into something far more destructive.